For most people, going to the dentist is not their favorite thing to do, but nobody expects to lose their life in a dentist chair. Channel 2 Investigates has discovered Texas patients who died after routine procedures, and their dentists are still practicing. Tonight, investigator Jace Larson reveals why state regulators have such little authority to inspect dental offices, and he's sharing the questions to ask before a procedure.
She loved the Baylor Bears and the Dallas Cowboys.
Dawn and Carol Gressett rarely worried about their son Mark.
Oh, Mark was happy. He was enjoyed life.
So a trip to the dentist didn't cause any concern.
It was just going to be a routine root canal.
But the dentist decided that Mark needed anesthesia to get through the procedure.
It was not the call you ever expect or want to get.
Carol said Mark was at the dentist and had stopped breathing.
According to Mark's autopsy, he had a blocked artery and died suddenly while under anesthesia.
It's hard to predict how an individual is going to respond to anesthesia.
Dental anesthesiologists say that dentists need emergency medicine and equipment.
You need this stuff to be able to keep the patient safe, right?
That's correct.
But in this case, the dental board found that the dentist in charge of putting Marcus under, Dr. Jason Honeycutt, was missing that life-saving equipment.
Never had a chance. Never had a chance.
We discovered Honeycutt of Spring has a history of dental board discipline. Settlement orders show he illegally prescribed Ambien years ago. In 2008, he engaged in unprofessional and dishonorable conduct by participating in a video with a sedated patient. That patient had no idea. 2 years later, he admitted to habitually abusing alcohol. But his worst offense came in 2011 as Mark lay struggling for his life in the dental chair.
It was unfathomable from my standpoint. They weren't ready.
The dental board's solution after Mark's death? Order Honeycutt to get more training.
He's still allowed to practice.
Yes, Dr. Honeycutt is still practicing.
Honeycutt is one of 6 dentists to get disciplined by the Texas Dental Board since 2010 after the death of a patient. And just like Honeycutt, not a single one of those dentists lost their license.
People might look at his issues and say, you guys should have taken away his license. And not only did you not do that, but you didn't even suspend it.
The thing I think that's distinguishable about Dr. Honeycutt is that each disciplinary action that he had was due to a different, separate, distinct violation of the Dental Practice Act.
Kelly Parker took over after Honeycutt's discipline. Channel 2 found there is little oversight today, though, for dentists who put people under.
If you wanted to inspect a dentist who uses an IV to put a patient to sleep, can you do that?
We cannot.
State law does not allow it. The dental board can inspect dentists who don't put you fully to sleep, but the dental board has no state funding to pay for that.
And I believe that we need that in order to protect the public.
Because no one is checking for life-saving equipment, Mark's parents are now left wondering if their son might have lived.
We miss him. Every time the seasons change, in football season, for example.
Our world changed that day.
Forever.
For the bad.
Well, there are some important questions that you need to ask before you go to the dentist. The number one question, ask your dentist if he or she is prepared to handle a situation if an emergency arises. Right now on clicktohouston.com, we've put a list of questions, and you can print that out and take it along when you go to your dentist before you go under and ask those questions. I've also included a link showing you how you can background your own dentist. It is important to do that as well, guys.
Jace, before you go away, you mentioned that, that there's a new way to treat a cavity without going completely under, especially for children.
Yeah, and this is so fascinating. It's something that's really new to the market here. It's a formula that your dentist can paint on your cavity. It does not require a drill.
That's a biggie.
Absolutely. And as you mentioned, though, you don't have to be sedated. So if you've got young kids and you're thinking, wow, they're just too rambunctious and they won't sit, you don't have to do that. I'm going to tell you all about that tomorrow at 5:55 on Channel 2 News Today. We're going to show you just exactly how that treatment works and how much it costs, and it's just not very much.
Looking forward to that, Jace. Thank you. Nice reporting.